Hello, everybody, and welcome to the third part of this webinar of the TUNA project on the environmental governance process that was developed during the Interreg wetnet project in the Albufera de Valencia. In this third part, we will discuss the current situation of the wetland contract. It is clear that although the signing of the contract is the most important milestone in the project, but we must not lose sight of the fact that the ultimate goal, or the final goal of the project, is to improve governance in our site. For this reason, without developing the action plan, the signing of the wetland contract is a minor milestone. As promoters of the project in the wetland, we have the responsibility to ensure that the contract has an adequate development and that it meets the planned objectives. The Albufera wetland contract was signed by 9 entities representing fishermen, NGOs, rural development public body, and other associations of interest. All the stakeholders who participate in the territorial labs, like several administrations, irrigation communities, scientific entities, and other tourism agencies were until the last moment participated, but didn't sign the wetland contract. Only some administrations, as these rural development public bodies, signed the document. The first meeting of the signatories of the wetland contract was on 24th of February of this year, 2020. The House of the Fishermen community, that is a community with more than 700 years of history, and representing the origins with collaborative work and a culture clearly linked and strongly linked with natural resource. As I was saying, the House of the Fishermen was chosen as the meeting place with a significance, no? As I said. This meeting was very different from how it was planned. In addition to the 9 signatory entities, a total of 27 public and private entities attended the meeting. There were all those interest groups that had not been in the signature of the contract, but they decided to join the wetland contract after they verified that this initiative came to life and that was going to be developed seriously. So we have on board these entities. Some entities participated in the meeting that never were in the territorial labs, but as they say, this wetland contract was made and the first meeting was going to be made, they decided to attend to know what was that wetland contract with an interest to join. So with all the people together, the meeting was developed by presenting the wetland contract again, since, as I said, some of the entities present did not know the details of the wetland contract because they didn't participate in the territorial labs. The meeting, with a much larger number of entities, allows us to review the action plan and implementation and studying the implementation of some of these actions. In addition, some actions that were not that had not an entity responsible to carry out the action were studied, and some entities new in the wetland contract were interested to join and being responsible to carry out them. One of the actions that has progressed the most during the project after the signature has been the Virtual Information Center, where all relevant information on the economic, social, and environmental status of albufera will be accessible online. This work has been led by the Association Mesura, which is present in this video.
La asociación Mesura es una asociación independiente que agrupa profesionales y entidades de distintos tipos con el propósito de unir esfuerzos, implicando profesionales de distintas especialidades técnicas en la obtención y uso de datos al servicio de iniciativas de transformación social. El propósito de Mesura es construir un espacio de intercambio y colaboración técnica orientada a la mejora del entorno. La finalidad de Mesura es la obtención y entrega de datos abiertos al resto de la ciudadanía. En el caso concreto de albufera Junts, en el año 2016, Mesura recogió la iniciativa y preocupación de una entidad, Cabecoba, en la relación que tenían entre sí diferentes entidades, organismos y asociaciones que comparten el espacio natural de la albufera. Se identificaron los diferentes actores y mediante encuestas se obtuvieron unos datos e indicadores que relacionaban a las entidades entre sí y con la propia albufera. Dentro del contrato de humedal de albufera, Mesura, en este caso mediante albufera Junts, tiene el papel de ser el impulsor de una plataforma virtual de datos e información relacionada con el parque y sus actores.
Well, since the beginning of the wetland contract, this action has brought together the participation of almost all the signatories, and we have worked together to identify the main information needs for this virtual information center, based on a previous work, as our colleague said, and to prepare questionnaires and define a database that allows to be used to create online infographics through an information query system. Then we have an important example of a new entity that has already joined the wetland contract, that is the Polytechnic University of Valencia. The person who leads this adhesion is the Dr. Miguel Jover, with a long experience in the study of the fish community in albufera and other wetlands and in the sea. Also, the accession of the university also implies the participation of other departments and other areas of knowledge. So this is a very important addition to the contract. In this video that he has prepared, he presents his main motivation for these scientific institutions to join the wetland contract.
Saludos a todos los amantes y defensores de los humedales y en particular a los de la albufera de Valencia. Nuestra querida albufera de Valencia es un entorno natural profundamente complejo y muy transformado por las actividades antrópicas que en ella se han desarrollado a lo largo de su historia. Algunos han afirmado que la albufera está enferma y debemos reconocer que tiene una enfermedad grave, aunque afortunadamente con tratamiento. Todos somos conscientes de los problemas técnicos que aquejan a la albufera: vertidos contaminantes, falta de agua, gestión de las compuertas, acumulación de sedimentos, etc. Pero no debemos olvidar otro problema muy importante: la gobernanza múltiple. Y digo múltiple porque en ocasiones existe una falta de coordinación entre las administraciones con competencias en el parque natural, pero también entre las entidades de la sociedad civil que actúan en la albufera, así como entre esta sociedad civil y las administraciones. Por eso, el contrato del humedal albufera es una herramienta muy importante para mejorar esa gestión y trabajar por la recuperación de nuestras vidas. La mayoría de los problemas que afectan en la albufera tienen solución técnica, pero ¿realmente queremos hacer algo por recuperar la albufera? Yo quiero pensar que sí, que todos los valencianos estaríamos encantados de que nuestra albufera recuperase la situación de los años 50. Por ello, el contrato de humedal de la albufera, que es un movimiento participativo e inclusivo para trabajar juntos y buscar una compatibilización entre la biodiversidad y los usos tradicionales, puede ser una herramienta fundamental para concienciar a la población civil y estimular a las autoridades a que implementen las soluciones adecuadas. Por eso, el Grupo de Agricultura y Biodiversidad se va a integrar en dicho contrato del humedal y espero que los diferentes grupos de la Universidad Politécnica de Valencia hagan lo mismo. La recuperación de la albufera merece.
Well, after that, unfortunately, the second meeting scheduled for the 21st of March had to be cancelled due to the pandemic. This meeting was intended to be a second kickoff of the contract with the new entities joining. Despite the situation with coronavirus, Some actions have been able to continue to be developed, such as the aforementioned Virtual Information Center, the implementation of nature-based solutions, or a first compilation of the effectiveness of environmental measures, among others. Other actions are stopped until the return to normality allows it, and at the moment work has been done on the management of the new accessions, the adhesions to the contract, and the contact has been maintained between the signatures of the contract. The next meeting is expected to be held in early September, just before the kickoff meeting in TUNAP project. And with this update, the state of the art of the wetnet wetland contract, we can conclude the third part of the webinar and the whole webinar. And on behalf of Sober Life, and especially on my part and that of Diana Ferris, it has been a pleasure for us to be able to communicate and transfer our experience to all of you. We are at your complete disposal to answer any questions or queries you may have about the process. And well, we hope to see you soon here in Albufera de Valencia, and all the best for all of you.